Okay, so let me turn on the slideshow here. So we will go through the SAT exam format together, right? So first of all, you can
Okay.
see that the SAT has two sections. One is the reading and writing, the other one is the math part. Okay,
Yeah.
so for reading and writing, the total time allocated, the total duration is 64 minutes. There will be two 32-minute modules. The total
Yeah.
number of questions will be 54. For math, the total time is 70 minutes. There will be two 35 minutes modules, and the time allocated will be 44. So the total
Yeah.
time for the exam is 134 minutes, and the total number of questions are 98. Okay,
So like 2 hours and 14 minutes. That's plenty. Yeah.
2 hours and 14 minutes exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, before it was 3 hours actually.
Yeah, I'm very happy that they made it shorter,
Shorter.
especially the English section, because the like
I see.
massive paragraphs were.
By the way, Atharva, which curriculum are you studying right now?
So currently, I just finished my IGCSEs.
Ah, I see. Okay. And
Yeah,
you will be
O levels
studying with
basically.
continuing with IGCSE?
No, I'll be doing the IBDP.
IB diploma.
My
Okay.
school goes from my school only does IBDP for grade
Uh,
11 and 12. So, yeah.
okay. So where are you studying? In probably Switzerland, right?
Oh no, 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 no. I live in Dubai.
Ah, yeah, yeah. Okay,
Um,
okay. The Middle East,
I
also
lived in
Dubai.
a lot of places. My dad, I used to live in Thailand for a bit. My dad still works in Thailand.
Ah, I see.
I used to live in Lagos and also in Dehradun in India.
Cool.
I was born in Dehradun, so
You were born in Dehradun. Yeah, Dun school
yeah,
is very popular. Actually, my roommate in Thailand, who was Indian, he went to Dun school.
yeah, yeah. I actually visited the Doon school once, but I just didn't find it very appealing because like it's really prestigious and all,
I
but
see.
it's like how do I say this? It doesn't live up to the prestige in my opinion.
I see.
But yeah,
Anyway, but actually, uh, right now we will be focusing on the English part, as we have said. And
yeah,
if you are doing IB diploma, then the math part is a piece of cake for you, to be very honest. Okay, you just
yeah,
practice the math part, and the resources that you will be using, Atharva, to be very honest,
Mhm.
digital SAT doesn't have much resources available.
Yeah.
Digital SAT
I
has
think
very few
new
resources because it's
books
a very
only.
new exam. Okay, the format is
Yeah,
very new, but there are very similar, a lot of similarities with the old one, the older version of
yeah,
SAT or SAT. So you will use, I will suggest that you use the older SAT books and relate it with the question format of the digital SAT and practice from there, because a lot of resources are available for the older SAT books. And my suggestions are Barron's, Princeton's, then you have Kaplan, okay, Cliff's Notes, and then Manhattan, if possible. You can go through them. So these five books are more than enough, and try to buy the latest edition, like 2021 or 22, like those editions.
maybe can
Okay.
you like just send me a like list of the like
Yeah,
publisher or
sure.
like the books I should buy?
Yeah. Barron's. Yeah, I've just written it in the chat. And also, my suggestion would be that there are another book for vocabulary. I will suggest, there is one suggestion I will give you. I will email you today. Apart from that, you should also go through this book, Word Smart 1 and 2.
Yeah, it's just that I remember the Princeton review book is like really expensive. I mean, it's like what?
I mean, you will find all the books in the library. I'm pretty sure, and some of the books are available online as well. You can download
Okay,
online
because
for
I saw Princeton review, they charge like $7,000 for the whole course, which is crazy. I mean,
yeah, yeah. You just buy the book. That's all,
yeah,
and you're doing the course with me already, right?
yeah,
Okay. So moving on, we have the format, as we discussed that we discussed these portions already, the time, duration, and the number of questions. Right? We discussed this portion already. Now we will
yeah,
see the format. Actually, the questions will be adaptive. The test is an adaptive test. So what does the word
yeah,
adaptive mean? It means that when you answer a question correctly, the next question will be a little bit more difficult. The difficulty
Yeah,
level will increase when you answer a question correctly. When you answer a question wrong, the difficulty level will decrease. This is what is called
yeah.
an adaptive test.
And in
Okay.
this, actually, I saw like someone do a test online,
Mm-hmm.
like module one, especially in math, actually has a lot more like percentage in the test than module two for the math section. Because if you get all the questions right in module one and all the questions wrong in module two, and you do the opposite of that also, you get like 150 points more if you got all the questions right in module one compared to module two. Because they use
And
module to
yeah,
determine.
because
So,
there is percentage,
yeah.
the percentage of questions which we will come into.
So,
Good
like, you
point.
have to focus on the first one because that's what determines
Okay.
more.
So, see, in the first module, there are 25 operational questions and 2 predicate questions. Now, what does the word operational and predicate means? The operational questions will be marked. You will get marks on it, and 2 predicate
Hmm.
questions are not marked. There will be no marks for it.
So, like, warm up.
Yeah, sort of this, they are doing a survey to see whether students can answer them, something like that. Okay, so the
All
same
right.
thing for the second module as well. 25 operational or marked questions and 2 unmarked questions. For the math section, there will be 20 operational or marked questions and 2 what, predicate or unmarked questions. Okay,
Yeah.
then for the second module, there will be 20 operational questions and 2 what, unmarked questions. The time also we have seen 32 minutes each for each module for the RW or the reading writing section, right? And then for
Yeah.
the math section, there is all 35 minutes each for each module. Okay, now there is something else which we need to look at, which is the question types. We have seen the format, we have seen the duration, and the number of questions or a number of prompts. Now we will see the question types. So there will be in RW it will all be MCQ questions, multiple choice questions. Okay, there
Yay.
will be 4 choices, and for the math part, 75% of the questions will be MCQ, and 25% you need to show the working, which is said
Okay.
said as SPR or student produced response.
So, just like a IGCSE math exam, you just show your working,
You
basically.
just show your working exactly, and the level is also similar to. Have you done IGCSE from Cambridge?
I did Edexcel. I got a nine. I did mine in year 10, grade 9, sorry. So I got a 195 out of
Oh,
200 on that.
congratulations. So
Yeah.
that is pretty similar to the curriculum, the
Ah, yeah,
stat math.
then.
You will see
Yeah.
it today.
I saw a
So
few
then you
past
see,
papers. Math is fine for me.
okay.
Yeah.
So the stimulus topics means that there will be what are the passages. What will be the passages about? Okay, where will the topics? What will the topics be? So for the RW
Right.
section, it will be from literature, history, social studies, humanities, and science. For the
Right.
math section, it will be from science, social science, real world topics.
Do we need to like know a bit about stimulus topics, or
Sorry?
do we like need to know a little bit about
No,
like
no, you
these
don't need
times?
any technical knowledge. For example, if there is an article, a medical article
Uh-huh.
in a newspaper, do you need to know about it? Like do you need to have medical knowledge? No, you just need to know how
No.
to read it in English,
It's
right?
written for the common
Yeah, for
person anyway.
layman, exactly, exactly. So, and for both RW and MathPad, there will be informational graphics. So, what does that mean? So, all the graph like line graph, bar graph, then there is a scatter diagram and tables. Okay, those will be there.
Yeah.
Okay, moving on. Now we will see the similarities between the predecessor or the previous SAT exam type and the digital SAT exam or the SAT exam. So as you can see here, this is why I recommend to use the previous books, because the level of English and complexity will be the same. The types of questions are also similar. They will have command of evidence, textual. For textual, you will there will be given a passage, and you have to find the answer from the passage. And quantitative means there will be graph or informational graphics. You have to find the questions from line graph, bar graph, table, etc. Then there are vocabulary questions, which are called words in context. Then you will have, revising on or improving effectiveness of expression, rhetorics, and also grammatical question. and also
Yeah.
what, grammatical question. Okay, standard English sentence structure, usage and punctuation means grammatical question. So for sat English, I believe that if you study the TOEFL grammar very well, the grammar section of the
Mhm.
TOEFL exam, then you are good to go, you will do very well.
I've
Okay,
never
then
taken the TOEFL, so
no, you just go through a book. These are, and again, these are TOEFL books are available online very easily.
all right.
Okay, and the IB English is also fine.
Yeah.
I mean, the level there for grammar at least. But SAT English is quite difficult if you compare to the IELTS, and IELTS, then TOEFL, PTE, those exams. SAT English is the toughest, honestly speaking.
Yeah.
Okay, the math part, there will be in or out of context questions, and you will have both MCQ 75% and students produce response SPR, or where you need to show the working. And the math part, the syllabus has slightly upgraded a little. It will make you ready for college and college
Yeah.
career
Career.
readiness. Okay. Now we will look at the differences. The first one, which we already discussed, that the exam is shorter now, 2 hours 14 minutes instead of 3 hours. So it means that you will have more time on average to answer each question. Actually, even though the time is less, you will have more time.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, next we have the scores you will receive faster. You will receive the scores, the digital SAT scores, within a few days, rather than waiting a few weeks.
Right.
Okay, along with your scorecard, you will receive information and resources about American 2-year colleges, workforce training programs, and career options.
Yeah.
Okay, the test is more secure. It is a more secure test. Okay, because
Yeah.
if you have, like, since this is an online computer based exam, if you have any problems, let's say you have problems like server error, any hardware problem, etc., you will be able to give the exam again for free. And the exam costs you $111 for now. For August, it will be
Yeah.
111 US dollars. Okay, and you need a credit card to be able to register. Then you will have the SAT, the SAT centers. They offer much more flexibility for administering SAT suit tests. Again, we are continuing with the differences. The For the RW section, there used to be two separate modules, one reading, one writing. But now there will be one single reading writing together, RW section.
Right.
Okay, you will see shorter passages more
Mm-hmm.
instead of longer passages. Before, there used to be longer passages. Okay, and
Yeah.
the range of topics will be much more wider range of topics.
That's
But the
better. Yeah.
level of rigor and text complexity is still the same. So the standard of English is still the same.
Yeah.
Clear? Okay,
Clear. Yeah.
now we will use a single question. You will get a single question for each passage or each text, or sometimes in some questions a passage pair or a pair of texts. Okay, before you used to get
Right.
a longer passage, and associated with that passage you used to get a few questions.
Yeah.
Clear?
Clear.
Okay, now moving on to the math part. Before, there used to be a section where you are not allowed to use calculator, but now you can use calculator throughout the math exam, throughout the math part. Also, you will a graphical calculator will be provided on the screen of the test.
Desmos, I believe. Yeah.
Okay, and the length of the word problems, of the statement problems of the math part is been shortened, it's been reduced.
Yeah.
The
But
length
they
of
made
the,
the math a lot easier now because the Desmos is like even more powerful than any graphic calculator they allow you in school.
yeah, yeah, you just can use it in IB diploma, that's all.
Yeah.
The GBS, the GBC.
it's more powerful than a GDC. So like I'm going to probably just use Desmos.
Hmm, hmm, hmm. Okay, now we will see the contents, the question types of the RW section, starting from the RW section. So there are four content domains. As you can see, there are four content domains.
Yeah.
Okay, first one is craft and structure. Here you will get like vocabulary type of questions, then connecting two texts together. Okay, this type of questions. Then the you will ask to text structure and purpose, where you will be asked to reason, to provide some reason to the text, to the answers, etc. Then you will have information and ideas, where you have to infer. You will do inferences, where a question, the answer is not given directly in the passage, but you have to what you have to understand, you have to evaluate from it, or you need to
Yeah.
conclude from it, or it will implicate the answer, okay, in the passage. Then there will be what, a command of evidence, where it will be textual and also informational graphics. The graphics part, there will be graphs, and for the text there will be passage. Now then we have standard English conventions. Standard
Yeah.
English conventions, which are the grammar part. You will have the grammatical question here, and I suggest that you go through the TOEFL grammar books. Finally, there will be
Right.
expression of ideas. Here you will face the rhetorical questions, the rhetoric questions. Okay.
Yeah.
Any questions so far?
No.
Okay. So now we will see into details what are the exact question types here. First, you can see for craft and structure, word in context, then text structure and purpose, third, cross text connections. So these contribute the maximum 28%. That's why the questions are actually in module 1 and module 2, there is a difference in
Yeah.
percentage. Okay. So 28%, and there will be 13 to 15 questions. Then comes information and ideas. First, there will be central ideas and details. For this, you need the skimming and scanning technique. They will ask you the theme of the text, and also some details regarding the theme. They will ask questions from them. There will be inference questions, which we already discussed, and command of evidence, both textual and
Yeah.
quantitative, in the RW section as well. So this contributes to 26%, and there will be 12 to 14 questions. Next comes the grammar part. Okay, next comes the grammar part. And the what part of grammar do you need? First of all, boundaries, and secondly, form, structure, and sense. You need these two, and this will contribute
Yeah.
also 26%. There will be 11 to 15 questions, and this will also contribute to 26%. Finally, you
Right.
will have expression of ideas, where you will have rhetoric questions and transitions. Now, what the word transition actually mean? Transition means that, like, the signal words that are present in a paragraph. Okay, for example,
Furthermore,
if the
consequently, all of that. Yeah.
sorry,
Like words like furthermore, consequently,
exactly,
subsequently.
exactly, yes. Furthermore, consequently, we will elaborate my stance, right? If there are words like although, but, however, it will produce some alternative ideas. Okay, and
Yeah.
if there are words like therefore, hence, then they are concluding the statement. They are giving some inference.
Yeah.
Okay, and also rhetorical synthesis. So this will be 20% of the score, and there will be 8 to 12 questions. Now moving on to
Yeah.
the math part. Okay, before I move on to the math part, I will expect you to just read in your mind the domain descriptions.
Mm-hmm. All right.
All the domain descriptions, just read it. I'm giving you a few minutes, just read it, please. Done?
Yeah.
Thank you. Yeah, now we will move on to the math part. So math part, there is algebra, advanced math, problem solving and data analysis, and geometry and trigonometry. For the algebra part, you will have linear equations, linear inequalities, and linear functions. Advanced math, you will have all the nonlinear equations, polynomial, radical, exponential, quadratic, okay, rational.
Mhm.
For problem solving and data analysis is the statistics part. Geometry and trigonometry, you will have area and volume, the circle, trigonometry, basic trigonometry, angles and triangles.
Yeah.
Okay, again we can see the details here. So for the linear equation, so for the algebra part, there will be linear equation in one or two variables, linear functions, system of two linear equations in two variables, linear inequalities with one or two variables. This is quite important. This contributes to 35% of the score. There will be 13 to 15 questions from algebra.
Yeah.
Okay, in the advanced math, there will be equivalent expressions and, as we discussed, nonlinear equations with one variable or system of equations with two variables, and finally nonlinear functions as well. This will also contribute to 35% and you will get 13 to 15 questions. Again, I would request, I'm giving you a few minutes, just go through
Yeah.
the domain descriptions.
All right. Perfect. Okay.
Done?
Done.
Okay. Next, the problem solving and data analysis. You will have ratios, rates, proportions, then a percentage, measure of center and spread, okay, measure of center and spread, like standard deviation, and then you will have
Yeah.
scatter plots, okay, probability, margin of error in statistics, and then evaluating statistical claim. Okay, this contributes
Yeah.
to 15%, and you will have 5 to 7 questions only.
Perfect. Yeah.
Next comes geometry and trigonometry. You will have area and volume, lines, angles, and triangles, right angle triangles, and trigonometry and circles. Again,
Yeah.
this contributes to 15% of the total score, and you will have 5 to 7 questions.
Yeah.
Again, I'm giving you a minute. Please go through the domain descriptions.
Okay. Done.
Okay, now the digital SAT score is out of 1600. The total score is 1600. Okay, and the minimum
Yeah.
score one might get is 400. Even if they don't though they don't answer anything, they will get 400.
Yeah.
Okay, so 200 is the nominal score that anyone gets, and there is
Right.
the score is given in 10-point intervals. So what does that mean? You might get 15, 15, 10, 1510, but you cannot get 15, 15, or you cannot get 15, 7.
Yeah.
Okay, you cannot get 15, 100, 1507 or 1513 or 1517. You will get the
Yeah.
scores in only 1500, 1510, 20, etc.
Yeah.
Is that clear?
Clear?
Okay, now we will go through the questions and try to figure out which type of questions does it fall into. Craft and structure type of questions are, what type of questions are these? Okay, this will be our
Yeah.
task. Now we will not solve them, but we will try to figure them out. For example, in RW question number 1, the main idea of the text, if I tell, it is the
I'd say this one is probably going to
text
be
structure and purpose questions.
yeah.
Okay, from craft and
What's the
structure.
purpose? Main idea.
Yeah. Next, which finding from the model test, if true, would most strongly support Jimsa and colleagues' hypothesis? So this one is hypothesis. So this is from
I guess information and ideas.
Information and ideas.
Yeah,
From central idea, inference questions. Sorry,
yeah.
these are inference questions. Okay. So similarly, next, please try question number 3. Which quotation from Ghost of the Old Year most effectively illustrates this the claim?
So this is your fourth one, like, sorry, inference and evaluation.
No, good try, but this is actually from text structure and purpose. In text structure and purpose, they give you an
Oh,
a question, and they give you some quotations. You have to mention which quotation gives you that idea. So it is
right,
text structure and purpose.
right.
Okay. Next, we have
Yeah.
which choice most effectively uses data from the table to complete the example.
Again, I'd say this would
This
be text
is
structure
a
purpose.
command of evidence. It will be what? Quantitative, right? Because there is a table.
Oh yeah.
Command of
This is
evidence,
also text,
quantitative.
so it's like both really.
Okay.
Yeah.
Next question. Next. Moving on. Which choice most logically completes the text?
This one is again, I'd say text structure and purpose. What's You need to find what would fulfill the purpose best.
No, this is actually command of evidence textual.
Oh,
Okay. Command of evidence textual.
right.
Okay. Then the next question, I'll give you time again to go through the questions each, because now we are just identifying which question type. Which choice
Yeah.
completes the text with the most logical and precise word of choice? This is word in context. These are the vocabulary questions.
Okay, yeah.
Number 6.
So you just need to know most appropriate word, yeah.
Yeah. Next, as used in the text, what does the word quality most nearly mean?
So what's the purpose of it?
No.
What's the inference? Sorry, what's the inference?
Inference. Yes. These are
Yeah.
inference type of question. Next, which choice completes the text with the most logical and precise
Word
word or
in
phrase?
context.
Again, word in context. Exactly. Next, which choice best states the main purpose of the text? Text structure and
Text
purpose.
and yep.
Which choice best states the function of the underlying sentence in the text as a whole? This is actually the
Same, I think.
no, not word in context. It will be
Text structure and purpose.
best states the function of the underlying sentence in the text as a whole. Yeah, this will be central ideas and details.
Okay.
Next, this is obviously when there is two texts, it will be cross text connections. Okay. How
Yeah.
would Caceres and colleagues most likely describe the view of the theorists presented in text 1? Okay, next we have question number 12. Which choice most effectively uses relevant information from the notes to accomplish this goal? Student has taken some notes between a similarity between two works, and these are actually the inference type of questions.
Yeah.
These are the inference type of questions.
Yeah.
Next, which choice completes the text with the most logical transition? When these are transition question, which is very obvious, right?
Yeah. It says the word transition in it, so
Yep. And the answer is also given. The answer is B, and it is from the domain expression of ideas.
yeah.
Okay, question number 14. Text so that it conforms to the conventions of standard English. These are the grammatical questions, right?
Yeah.
So it is from standard English conventions.
Yeah. Section 3.
Okay. Next, also, which choice completes the text so that it conforms to the conventions of its standard English? Again, standard English conventions. Okay, now we move on to the math part. The first one, obviously, algebra. right? All these three questions are from
Yeah.
algebra because they are all linear functions, isn't it?
Yeah.
Okay. Next, again, question number 4 is linear algebra. Question number 5 is also linear algebra. 6 is linear algebra, but 7 is advanced algebra.
Yeah.
Sorry,
So it's a
advanced math,
quadratic.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah, because 4 and 4, 5, and 6 are all linear functions, and 7 is quadratic. So non-linear functions will be advanced. Again, question number 8 and 9 are also advanced because a to the power x is not a linear equation, right? It is non-linear,
That's exponential. Yeah.
exponential. Exactly. Number 9 is quadratic.
These types of questions are on GCSE, I mean.
Yes, sort of. Number 10 and 11 and 12 all are actually what, from advanced maths as well.
I guess they classify it as advanced math, yes.
Okay. Next, when we see a graph of best fit, that will be statistical question.
Yeah.
Question number 14 also on percentage, so that will be what? Statistical, which
Ratio.
in SAT is known as problem solving and data analysis.
Right.
Then question number 11 is also percentage, problem solving and data analysis. Question number 15,
This is like a bit
the
of
length,
physics. Like
length about meters. So that is also problem solving and data analysis, which we have
you
seen the
need to
word
know the formula
units.
for density though.
Yeah, yeah, it's a percent, it's sort of like proportion, ratio.
Yeah.
Next, 16 is geometry, 17 and 18 are all geometry questions. Geometry
Yeah.
and trigonometry, right?
Yeah.
Okay, the next questions are from Khan Academy actually. So now I will give you the time to read it all, go through the questions and see the standard and its difficulty level from now. Okay, any questions so far?
No. Pretty clear.
Okay, thank you.